Hey, y'all, what's up? So, I was trying to get my stuff on my phone together. I hope everyone is having a great week. I was supposed to be at my cousin's wedding in DC. Totally got the dates wrong. I would have been late anyway if I would have went. I honestly thought that he was getting married tomorrow, and I was going to drive up there today and get there like 6, and just realized he got married today. Cause I was like wondering why my mama and my niece flew in from Florida yesterday. I was like, why they flying in and the wedding this Saturday? Like that didn't register until I just saw the picture. I was like, the wedding was today. Then my A&T's homecoming, HBCU Aggie Pride, is this started Thursday for like the alumni. Tomorrow is the game and all of that. Because I thought I was gonna be at the wedding, I didn't buy no tickets to anything in Greensboro. So if I go, I'm gonna just be on the yard, maybe hit the comedy show. I don't know. But anyways, we know that tonight's episode is an extension of last week. They're all in Saudi, which is fine. The beginning was cool. It's so crazy how you can't really tell not unless you listen to the announcers, because normally they be like, "We're here live." Such and such. They didn't say that, and you can see the sounds and the crowds were the same as last week. But it's crazy how LA Knight and them fought, and then the same night, because it's 4 hours. So the people that bought their tickets last week got a treat because they got to be there for 4 hours. But it's crazy how like LA Knight fought, and then I don't know what happened between the time he got speared last episode and he was at the beginning of this episode fully dressed like nothing happened. First of all, for any superstar to do that, that's talent and skill. You hear me? Because if you're new, you're probably still like limping or like your back hurts and stuff like that. But for his hair to be dry, him to have the conversation with Roman, even though he just got speared by Roman, for them to come out and do all of that, that is talent. That's crazy. But the promos are good for him and Roman, because he was talking about how Roman was calling him a cosplay redneck version of his cousin, which is true, kind of, because I always say that LA Knight is so, his rise of fame has become so popular so fast because a lot of people that know the Attitude Era know that his style is basically mixed with Rock's and Stone Cold's. Like he has a jacket like Stone Cold. He comes out with the walk like Stone Cold and his fingers. But his promos are basically Rock, basically. And but LA got him back, said the only bloodline you gonna see is the blood right here. And I was like, that's a bar. He was rapping. Like that's crazy. Um, what else happened after that? I'm not going in order. I'm just going based off of what I remember, you guys. Y'all know me. So, sorry. Yeah, I also know it's 10 something. I'm getting tired. I had a migraine earlier today, and I was asleep for like 2 hours, so I'm surprised, but the migraine took me out. Um, I do remember Nick saying Altis. That's what I said. This is gonna be out of order because I can't remember right now. Nick Altis talking to Paul, and then I was sitting talking to him. I was like, he is big, not just tall, but like chest broad, shoulders broad. And I was like, I know he was in Impact Wrestling. He go with or married to Mickey James, and he was a wrestler. So I'm like, did he leave Impact or TNA? They call themselves again because he got injured and he had to retire, or did he feel like, oh, I'm getting older, I love the business, but I don't want to wrestle no more. Let me get into managing. Like, I asked this a couple weeks ago or last week. Ain't nobody answered me. Nobody tweeted me back. Like, normally I get a tweet back. Like, I didn't get nothing back. Like, nothing. And then, What else? I was um I also was wondering why like Nick ain't let Bianca get her lick back. Like they came and attacked her. I think she tried to get him back. He came and broke it up. And I'm like, dog, you got less let at least let her hit them once. Like she ain't. Speaking of Judgment Day, not Judgment Day. Yes, I know I'm tired. Damage Control. EO looked like EO. She looked put together. I honestly think her and Oscar are so pretty without makeup. I've seen YouTube videos of all like some of the women talking without makeup on, and some of them look good without it, like that they don't need it. Um, those are two of them. They actually look younger without it. Bayley's makeup, I'm not feeling. Of course, I said that prior to the darkness. I don't know if she, that's her cheekbones right here. I don't know if that's dark like that, or if it's the lip mixed with the foundation she's using, but it ages her. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Um, Dakota was okay. Her outfit, the scarf, back in the day, everybody was doing that Aaliyah thing, and we used to wear the scarves with the long hair, whatever, which was fine. And then in the early 2000s, they started doing it again. That's fine. But I was like, I don't know how to feel about it because, like, it's cute, but it's too long, like flappy in the back. Like, why ain't nobody tie the back part for her so it's when you tie it, the tie is over the back so it's holding it down and on her head. It'll look better. It didn't look that's what made it not look right. But it was cute. It's a cute scarf. But I didn't like it. So then it was what else do I remember? I remember KO versus coming out and wrestling. I was like, who the hell is he wrestling? But I forgot he punched Grayson and Theory at the same time. So he had a match with Theory. And I was like, oh, all is right in the world again because Theory lost a solo match. Grayson was there commentating, ain't even come and help him. So I'm like, so how long is this tag team going to last? Because one of the commentators was like, they don't see it lasting because both of them have egos. And I was like, yeah, but at the same time, like, you ain't even help your man's, like, at all. And then when KO came out, I was like, so when did he get a production thing? You know how like when you at home in the audience and when certain people come out, you can see their production stuff come up. Like when Bianca comes out, you see the butterfly kisses. When the Usos come out, you see them two holding up the I think at the time they was holding up the ones or whatever. Um, who else? Street Profits come out. They had the cups, but now it's different. Um, like the Drew comes out, you see the swords and stuff like that. Like KO had a bomb, I think, or a wrecking ball with KO on it, and it smashed through bricks. So I was like, did he have that prior to him getting back with Sammy, and they stopped doing it because them two was coming out all the time together, or did he just get that? And then of course after all of that, he won. And that also had me thinking, like, when Solo came out, I was like, so is Solo going to tell production what he want for his promo thing? Because he ain't got one yet. And y'all know I love the art of sports entertainment. I've been watching on and off since I was 10. I'm 30 now. 30 something now. Um, my thing is, I don't know. I just honestly, I lost my train of thought. Like y'all know, I'm very heavy into giving production their props. I like that's what I do at church. It's one of my they are so much the underrated heroes. Underrated, underrated because like from the sound people making sure that we hear Cole and them on the TV and Corey on the TV and the commentating and stuff like that, and then from them doing the things on the screen for the audiences at home, and then for them to work so fast that it's only a 10-second delay between the live action and what we see, and then make sure the mics is on and hitting the right cameras at the same time so we could get the effect of the storyline without it seeming dull. Like that, like they are the unsung heroes, you mean? And then for them to have it where they have the cloth around the ring and it's the same cloth, and then like certain people's names show up when they come down, or Smackdown logo comes down, like that is crazy. Like it takes a lot, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that I miss when I go to a live show versus um what's this thing coming out? Watching on TV is like when a celebrity comes down and is on the microphone, you can't hear them not unless you're behind them. And honestly, it's cool to be behind them because they might show like the production people. You might be on TV for a second if that's your thing, but honestly, you're further back than you just being on the sides of the ring. And I've been to 3 shows to know in the past year. So, yeah. Anyways, what else happened? When Shotzi had that little thing with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven or whatever, and they was like, "Oh, you and somebody else could come out." Excuse me. And I was like, "Watch it be Charlotte," and I was right. Charlotte came out, and Charlotte and then won. And I was proud Charlotte lash didn't come off because Charlotte be wrestling so hard. One of them lashes end up on the ground, on her arm, whatever. Also, Alba and what's her name? Isla was watching, and I was asking, I was like, where they been? My son was like, they probably do dark matches. I was like, they got to, or house shows. 'Cause honestly, we ain't seen them on TV since they lost the titles. And I was asking about Sheamus because Brawling Bruce came out, and my son was like, Sheamus's picture's not on the thing no more. I was like, we ain't seen him since he fought Edge. And then someone was like, they think he got injured in a house show. So he's just been home. And I was like, my guess was either injury or like him and his wife had a baby or something. Like, the third guess would be like he's grieving something. So he took a break. My eyes is been really bad. My allergies have been on 10. Um, but I'm so glad I ain't got contacts in right now because my eyes would be super red and I'd probably roll my contact in the back of my eye. Um, but yeah, I was like, we ain't seen him in a while. Oh, my eye. Um, ooh, I'm gonna have to go flush my eyes out. Um, and then after that, it was yeah. So the Brawling Brutes, I knew it was as soon as I saw the kids, I was like Brawling Brutes fighting, but I was like, who are they fighting? Pretty Deadly. That match was better. That match was a good match. My eye, like, what is going on today? Um, it just randomly start itching, and so it was this style of match, bar fight, whatever. And I was like, that man Butch, when they do the beats, as soon as he get to 10, he just go off. From 11 up, he's just. I was like, I gotta learn to do that finger thing. My son's like, I know how to do the finger thing, and I was like, no, you don't. He said he do. And Butch fell got um flipped on the floor. Had going. Oh, and Prince fell through the table. But the way he fell, I said it looked like he landed on his neck. So when he got tilt up like this, he flipped down like this, and it rolled, and his neck was down on his head. And I was like, what? And then Kit Wilson went through a trash can, and Ridge got hit with a bar stool. Like, everybody there got hurt. I think, honestly, Butch got the worst of it because he done got slammed on the ground. Then he got slammed through a table. And I honestly thought that they was going to win because this match basically was built for them, and they lost. The beginning of the match though, my son was like, "Is that production?" And I was like, "Production did what?" And he was like, "The slow forearm or punch or whatever." He said, and I was like, "No, that was him." So then Woods had tweeted was like, "The slow forearm." He was like, "Nice," and I was like, "Okay," because my son was like, "Was that production?" I was like, "No, son, that's all Butch." Like that takes a to slow something down that slow. That's crazy. And does Elton does Pretty Deadly's theme song? Cause it sound like Dancing Queen. Did they remake one of their songs and make, or did they take one of their songs? Cause that sound like an ABBA song. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what it sounded like to me. I could be wrong. Mm. But I know ABBA's music. So I don't know why I know ABBA's music. I know a lot of music, but I'm surprised I know the names of artists for certain music. 'Cause some of it jumbles together. Or like it comes on the radio, you know, you randomly sings a song, but you don't know who sings it. That's me. I honestly, half the time, I don't even sing the lyrics right. I just sing whatever comes to my mind. So like, I used to be like, oh, I'd be a good contestant for Kazam. Because you got to name the song title. I'm honestly better at that than being like a contestant or name that tune. You gotta finish the lyrics because I'd be all the way lost first round. Okay, I just be making stuff up. Like I love Destiny's Child, and now I don't know half their lyrics. I just what saved me back in the day is when the CD just had the books in it, and they had the actual lyrics in it. Cause we just be singing anything we heard. Be like, oh, Liz later, oh, that's what they saying. We still don't know the words to "Buy You a Drink" by T-Pain or "You" by Lloyd. We say whatever we say. Anyways, yeah, so that was a pretty good match. We knew Charlotte and Shotzi was gonna win. Chelsea and them looked scared. I honestly don't see that tag team lasting that long. The Chelsea Green and Piper Niven tag team, like they seem like they're cool together or something like that. But honestly, like last Friday, was it last Friday? It looked like Piper looked pissed like that Chelsea lost a solo or something like that. I said one day she gonna get up and slam her. That's what it looked like. Um, I would, I would recap last Monday, but I don't feel like doing that. I just watched that. I can't wait for that 5-way match with the women, and I can't wait for the Cody versus Damian match. I already mentioned that last week. Those are the two matches I'm anticipating. Now I'm finding out that Sammy is fighting JD McDonough. If JD McDonough wins this match, I'm gonna be thoroughly surprised. Not lose to a formal, not him win against a formal Intercontinental Champion is Sammy. And I think Sammy was more hardcore there when he had the short hair. Because it's the audacity that they put him against Drew McIntyre and then put him against Seth like he was gonna win those matches. Like, bro, y'all knew that man wasn't gonna win the matches. Okay? Like, why would y'all that's like a squirrel fighting a lion. Like, why would y'all do that? Okay? And then the Solo and John promo. I can't remember if John came out last Friday and was loud and stuff like that or what happened. But for him to lose his voice and to cut a promo in 90 seconds and for it to be fire, I wanted, first of all, when solo music came out, that's why I asked about the production thing. Yeah, I know I was over here Millie rocking and all that. I was on all that because that bass line go hard. And I don't know, a lot of people from NXT now got interest musics with real good bass lines in their songs. Cause Trick Williams, whoop that trick, whoop. It was somebody else that had a song with a good bass line. Was it Braun Breaker? It was somebody. I was like, oh, so everybody got a good bass line. I know Wesley was one of them too. But also because it might be because we have African descent. But no, it was the other person that had a good bass line. They not. I was like, this is more of a, I would want to come out and bounce to my music. I don't care who looking. I'd be just like Sammy, dance to everybody's music. I missed that. That's one thing I missed from last year. When Sammy used to come out and dance to the Usos music, I used to be cracking up. He used to dance to solo music, cracking up, and then he would fast dance to Roman's music. And I'm like, how you dancing to that? And it's the interest is slow. I used to crack up every time. I used to, and it got so bad. My son used to be like, Mom, now Sammy dancing. But I gotta make him something to eat, by the way. I ain't forget poop. And then I just said I was gonna make you these just and start talking. So then yeah. Oop. I missed that. So he's like, I got 90 seconds. He cooked them in 90 seconds. He was like, first of all, you only got a job because your cousin. And then I was like, if you look at it that way, low key though, he did though. Like we can't even hold him on that. Like if it wasn't for Clash at the Castle with him and Drew and Uso didn't want to come or whatever the issue was last year, and they moved Solo up. Solo wouldn't be on SmackDown as fast. Because he was even surprised. I think I've seen in an interview, he said he wasn't expecting to be in NXT for only a year. He was expecting to be, I think, at NXT at least a couple more years and then move up. So it was surprising to him as well. I'm just now learning how to use the air fryer. The only thing I know how to air fry is pork chops, bacon, fish sticks. That's it. Me and chicken in this air fryer do not get along. So, and I mean crispy bacon. I don't like my bacon with the bubbles in it. I will not eat it at all. Like it gotta be crispy. All the bubbles gotta be out. Anyways, then I was like, well, I'm getting our job because of that. That's kind of true. But when he said he expected to be there a couple more years, I was like, yeah. I was like, because Carmelo came before him and still in NXT after him. And I was like, I know sometimes it's a developmental thing. I said, I also think they keep him in trick there for the ratings. Because all of them honestly can move up. A lot of them. Excuse me. I won't even say all of them. A lot of them can move up. Tiffany, Lyra, Cora Jade, my girl Rosie, Roxanne, Wes, Braun, Breaker, Corbin already moved up, Trig, Carmelo, Dragunov, like all of them could be main roster material. But I think they're keeping that one because they wouldn't have the space. They would have to actually make another day for WWE, which they should do, and I mentioned last week. Or they wouldn't have the ratings for NXT like that, because after that you would have to move people that y'all recruit from these colleges and place them in those places, or just have everybody rotate. And I think honestly that Corbin moving to Tuesday's night is the best thing that could happen to him. I think that saved his job, to be honest with you, because I was watching Tuesday and that Carmelo vs. Dragunov match was a good match. Then he got scared because Trick came out. And Trick looked good, by the way. The body is bodying, okay? He looked good. Carmelo and the lip, and he gave the puppy dog eyes. See, I can't. See, I was about to say something, but them puppy dog eyes, if that was me, it depends on the situation, because I will fall for it probably every time and be over there pregnant or something. And then Wes looks good. He got the good teeth. Okay, I know I like good teeth. I love beautiful smiles. Like you can't sit there and tell me you can't get your teeth fixed, but every time I see you got new jewelry, new shoes, new clothes like that. Like dental insurance is $12 a month, and braces is $6,000. By the time you bought a chain or grills that was $6,000, you could have got them teeth fixed. Like the excuses people make be baffling. I don't understand it, because I know people that be like, "Oh, you got a passport," and legit be jealous. I wish I could get a passport. Like, bro, you get a picture, even if you don't get it expedited, because they're like, "Oh, get it expedited, have it come on time." If you don't, it takes 6 to 8 weeks. Let me tell you something. I got my passport regular. Spent about $185, $200 between the picture and all the forms and stuff. Came in 3 weeks. Okay, y'all go get a pair of Jordans or any pair of shoes. For a man, it's about $200. With tax, it's like, what, $220? The passport lasts 10 years. You can get passports cost a pair of shoes. Like, I don't really understand it. Like, these priorities. I don't know if it's the ignorance, y'all don't know, or if y'all just don't care, or what. Honestly, I think it's both. But like that one meme said, y'all not about to Atlanta and Miami me to death. Like, we dating, we got going trips. And ironically, I'm one of those black people that's never been to Atlanta or Miami. And I lived in Florida. I've been in Sarasota. I stayed north of Orlando. So I stayed in Castleberry, Winter Springs. So I know like Claremont, Geneva, Oviedo, Cholula, all of that. Like all that area, Altamont, all that area I know. We went to Smyrna Beach, Daytona. My mom and them been to Cocoa Beach. We've been to Disney and stuff, of course. We've been in Tampa, and the Bradenton, Sarasota. Like, I've never been to Miami. I ain't you. First of all, I ain't go because I don't do heat. Okay, even though, and I lived in Florida, and it's close to the equator, further down. I'm not doing that. Second of all, Miami high as hell for no reason. Like outside of the strip, like Vegas, what is there to do? There's nothing. I could go to the bar and get drunk in Orlando and go back to my house. That's how I look at it. But in Atlanta, I should have been, because a lot of people from A&T live there. A lot of people I know that didn't go to A&T live there, and then I have family that moved there years ago and that still haven't been. Drove through it, never been to it. But anyways, yeah, he was talking about, yeah, so that was a good match. And then Corbin graduated, and I'm talking about keep your head on the swivel. Y'all, first of all, this one someone said when y'all be using, what she's called it on Twitter, maybe like African American term or something like that, that gets known, well rounded, and then well known to other communities, and then y'all overuse it or use it wrong. Ever since keep your head on a swivel became a thing, everybody been saying it all the time. Like Corbin said it, Corey Graves been saying it the past couple months. Bayley done said it last time. Thankfully, they've said it in the right context, because some of y'all don't be saying stuff right. Like when we be like spin the block, y'all don't be using that term right. Like, get knowledge on certain terms before you say stuff. That's just like I've read when people were talking about the Usos saying oos. I'm like, if you knew the history and looked it up before y'all start using it, a female don't call a male that, and vice versa. Like a male calls a male that, a female calls a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like certain stuff Hispanic people say. I was gonna say some word, but that's a cuss word. And y'all don't even use those words. Like if you're gonna use words and lingo and slang from other cultures, know what the hell you saying before you say it. That's all I'm saying. But he was like, keep your head on swivel. So then I told you that. I said, oh. I said, NXT trying to get good. I might have to watch it. And I'm not even going to watch the whole thing. Because if Roxanne ain't fighting, she's my favorite NXT. If she not fighting, or if like the men got the best part of NXT. And that, because I think a lot of women there could have the potential to be good. And this is just from some of the shows I've seen. But they don't have the development yet to be good. Or they have them like how they used to do old school women where they're just on the sidelines or as a manager or something like that. Like, has Ava Rain been in a ratch? If she has, it wasn't on the episode I watched, so that's my bad. Um, two of the girls that fought, one was like from Puerto Rico or something. That match, I was like, but then I was like, how long have they been there? Because if you haven't been there long, you get grace. But if you've been there for a while and you still fight like that, then what do you do on your day off? Okay? NXT only 2 days a week. Y'all have Tuesdays. Y'all might have Fridays in another part of Florida. But y'all need to take a day or two and go to somebody's wrestling school and brush your skills up. Because if you don't get that together, when they do another major cut, you ain't going to have no job. You know what I'm saying? Dang. Like, even if you can't go to a wrestling school with someone that own it, like the owner can't help you, go with one of these people that you work with. Like, go and be like, hey, can you meet me at such? That's one thing I appreciate about watching Total Divas, is every time like Lana or somebody like that wanted to practice, like the Bella Twins would help, Natalia would help, even Daniel Bryan would help. If he ever retires, and I know he's not WWE, he needs to open up a shop. Because when I tell you, he was a dad before he became a dad. When he has the patience to work with people, and he has certain techniques, like his mind, the way he thinks on how to do certain moves, or like how he approaches different people based on their skill set, is something you cannot teach. You see what I'm saying? Like, he could, you couldn't do a class on it. You either have to know that or you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, for someone like him that knows that, he would be a great teacher. Because if you mix that, what he knows with his knowledge, okay, so like I'm facing, say like Undertaker. I can't approach Undertaker the same way I approach Montez Ford. So let me think of a wrestling strategy for this one versus this one. Like, that's how Brian Danielson, like, thinks. And I've seen it on Total Divas. Like, you mix that in with like how Riddle has a counter for every submission, and then mixing your own stuff, you in the game, bruh. You was in the game. That's just me personally. Like, but then what else happened? Okay, so the women fought. I'm trying to. Then they did the weigh-in for Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio, and I was like, why the hell they did that? And somebody was like, it'd make more sense if they would have did Shayna and Ronda. And I said, yeah, it would have made more sense. I said, but the women don't get weighed. I said, the only woman that wanted to get weighed in the past, I don't know if it's still recent, was Nia. And I was like, so are they weighing each other because it's Logan Paul? Or are they weighing each other because WWE merged with UFC and they trying to make, because it's the main pay-per-view thing, that's what they trying to do. But if that was the case, why didn't you do that with Roman and LA Knight? Like, to me, that was just random as hell. It didn't make no sense at all. I was confused as hell because I was like, okay. And then, what else happened? I don't even know what else happened. Oh, and then that's what I was saying. So then John told me he had something with the cousin. Huh? Where's your controller? Did you press it? Maybe you need to connect it to the cord. L. Try to connect it to the cord first. You ain't played in like a week, so it's probably trying to find it. Um, and then he said, you ain't nothing but basically a low budget basement version of Taz. And I was dying because I was like, I can see it because of the strip. I was like, nah, I can't unsee it. But at first I was like, so is Solo growing his hair out on the side and he forgot to get it cut, or did he not color the sides? Or is he going for like a skunk look? Because why is the sides brown? And then I said, he don't talk often, but I said, I bet you because he was an actor or acted in previous stuff, that if he was to cut promos in the future, he would cook them. And then once I said that, he got cooked. Like, that's crazy. And then, of course, Bianca versus, I feel like I'm missing a match. Pretty Deadly and Brawling Brutes. There wasn't really a lot of matches. Piper Niven and Chelsea versus Charlotte and Shotzi. KO versus Theory and no, I think that's all of them. Then Bianca versus Becky is always a situated thing. And then I was like, sis, Bianca. First of all, the look was together, okay? The lips were purple and matched their hearts or whatever. I was here for it. Second of all, I said, sis made her gear. I said, I wonder if she made that jacket or if she bought it. I said, if she made this jacket, go ahead and drop the clothing line and stop playing with us. Somebody tweeted me back and was like, some guy tweeted me back was like, she would be so good making unisex gear. And I was like, that would be dope. But you playing at this point, because if you did make that jacket, like what's going on? I don't know, but I don't care if you got 3 pieces on your clothing line and that's all you sell and they come in different sizes. See what I'm saying? Put out something, because the way your gear and looks be are ridiculous. That was good gear. Great gear. And honestly, since I've been watching in the past 16 months, that one and that fast lane one, when you had the gray with the yellow, might be my 2 favorite. That fast lane one was something serious. Okay? Go ahead and drop the gear. Stop playing. Just drop the gear. And then if you be like, I partnered with a boot company or a shoe company, all right, that's cool. Put them in the link. We'll get that too. We don't care if they sell heels, shoes. Just give us suggestions, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and do that, because it's... And then you announced on your Instagram page the other day that y'all show's premiering in February. What you announced in advance, but I forgot. So now we got an official date. Was it like the 4th or something? I am so excited. Like, first I need to finish watching Total Divas. Not Total Divas. I finished watching Total Bellas. Not Total Bellas. I finished watching Total Divas. I'm on season 4 of Total Bellas, or 5. And season 2 of Mr. and Ms. Because I was like, I'm not going to watch these shows. But daggone it, y'all got me like CW did with all them DC shows. And I hate it here. Because now I'm invested. You know how CW had Arrow come out? And you was like, all right. Then the Flash came out. But I was late to the party. So I started in 2016 watching on Netflix. So, see, I was watching, and I was like, all right, Arrow, because my brother used to wear it, and I was like, who is the Arrow? And I should be ashamed, because I grew up reading comic books with all my older cousins, my second cousins. My mom's first cousins that were younger than her are about my age. So I grew up with them. I'm the oldest of my papa's grandchildren. So, and all of those mostly girls they weren't into. So, I was like, who the hell is a Green Arrow? So when I saw it, I was like, this is a good show. So then that show was tripped out. Then I was like, all right, Flash start coming on. You know, they added that to Netflix. I'm like, I ain't about to watch it. Then Barry come on, Arrow, so I was like, oh. Now I gotta go back and watch Flash because I don't know what the hell happened. So then when they talk about it, they mention him again, and I went to watch Flash, and they start talking about that. So then Supergirl came out, and I'm like, I'm not about to watch this. Then she show up on Flash. I'm like, what the hell? Then so I'm watching 3 shows from CW. Then they start with some of the people dying stuff, and then they do Legends of Tomorrow, which is basically the DC version of Loki, because they go to time. So I'm watching all 4. Then Black Lightning come out. I was like, I'm not about to add another a 5th show. CW, y'all ain't about to have me watching y'all every day, all the time. I can't watch no another channel because I'm invested in all these shows. And it was like I kept googling it and stuff just to be sure. It was like, and my niece was watching it. It's a good show. You should watch it. I was like, nope, 4 shows already. I ain't got no more time to be watching no more shows. So then they did a super crossover and added them. I was like, what the hell? Then they added Batwoman to the show. I said, I give up. I ain't watching no more shows. I ain't watched it since. I ain't watched it since they did the crossover Black Lightning. Because I was like, I'm not about to start watching 5, 6 shows. Now they got Superman and Lois, 7 shows. Like, I don't even know what happened to Flash, Arrow, none of them after that. I don't even know. And that's how Daggone Total Divas got me. Because Total Divas I was watching. And then like season 3 or 2, Bella's had their own spinoff show. And I'm watching that. So then I'm like, okay. But it's crazy because I guess they have the camera from Total Divas in their face, but then their cameras, and it's like, it's crazy and interesting to see like WrestleMania from the women's perspective in Total Divas, which they were in, to their perspective in Total Bellas. And then I'm watching like another season, and Maurice comes with Miz, and they are hilarious. Let me tell you, his father and her mother are hilarious. That's the main reason why I started watching. And the funny part is Dolph, he encourages he encourages the dad, and Miss be like, no. He encourages both of them because I think she was like, she followed him. Maurice's mom followed him on social media and stuff like that, and like he liked her stuff and stuff like that. Like, it's hilarious. So then I got invested in that. So I'm like, now I'm 3 shows and I already finished OD. I still gotta finish. Then I'm like, okay. So I'm just here for Bianca and Montez. I love both of them individually, but I love them even more together as a couple. I can't wait for the show. I thought Bayley almost had the match won when they fought. Then I thought about the politics of wrestling, of course. You know, you can't have Bianca going in the match losing, according to them, because then it'll make it look like she's not a worthy opponent. But it will be more interesting, like I said in the past, that if she lost and came in and won, because if she loses, we'll be like, okay, she lost yesterday. We don't know if she's going to win this time. Like, it makes it better, in my opinion. Makes it more realistic. But whatever. And then she KO'd Bayley again at the end, and that was all that she wrote. So we'll see. We'll see. Randomly, I was rewatching the press conference with Jay and Cody. It was like the last time he was a tag team champions when they fought the Usos. And you know, Google and AI, I hate it. God, every time you have a conversation about something that shows up on your phone, the crap started with Google and Facebook. Now it's everywhere now. So then I randomly got a Google thing talking about the Shield versus Usos versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust. And I was like, what the hell is this? I watched the match till I was in the laundromat yesterday, washing clothes. And I was like, this is a good match. And Goldust used to be one of my favorites. It was the theatrics of him. Like, coming out, the room turning gold, him, and all that. Like, it was the glitz and the glamour of it all. And I honestly didn't know he was Dusty Rhodes' son. Like, I wasn't old enough to put that together, I think, or I didn't care, or didn't know. I don't know. But, like, he was everything for me. And then that match, and then I was like, Roman was bigger than, not like fat, like He seemed more muscular then. Like now he's a little bit more lean. You could tell in his jawline. And I was like, is Seth bigger now? Like Seth looked like he built muscle since, but that was 9 years ago. So of course, 9 years ago he was 28. But I was like, if you look at him, he looks so small with the little shield. They look like they work for SWAT for the police department. The only thing I ain't like about that match is them daggone contacts we used to wear. I don't know why he wore those. That was part of his look. They told him to wear it, or if them prescribed, and they told him that was not it. I'm glad he don't wear them no more. Joe, don't wear them no more. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. If y'all see me next week and I tell y'all I'm tired from last week, I say that every week, but like super tired, it's because I went to GHOE. Okay? If you don't know what that is, look it up. GHOE. Greatest homecoming on earth. And next year it's October 19th, which is the week of the North Carolina Fair. So more than likely, I'm going to be at GHOE. And then I'll probably be hungover enough to take my son to the fair on a Sunday for Accessibility Day for people that have sensory issues or migraines and stuff. And they turn down the lights, turn off the sound. My son gets migraines and stuff. And I'll be taking him there with glasses on. So, y'all pray for me. Oh, time to go back this weekend. So, if you're going to go out and do something, get in the house and be asleep by 1 so you can get the extra hour of sleep. Because if not, it ain't going to matter to you anyway. Love you all. Stay safe. Bye.